Hello everybody, you're listening to Alfred's Business News Updates. Alfred's Business News Updates is brought to you by Alfred and Friends. Alfred and Friends is a global conglomerate that owns and invests in a large variety of companies all around the world. The updates I'd like to give to you right now is on the Royole FlexPai. The Royole FlexPai is said to be the world's first foldable smartphone. It's a smartphone that can be unfolded into a tablet. Now, just for clarification, years ago, quite a number of years ago, Samsung actually showed off such a product, the making of such a product. So, as far as foldable phones go, it was Samsung that first showed off such a product. It was actually so many years ago, but they never released it. It was supposed to be a Note, a Galaxy Note. And I'm talking as far back as, I believe, after the release of the Galaxy Note 2, or Galaxy Note 3, but it was around that time, I'm certainly sure that it was before the Galaxy Note 4 ever showed up. I was expecting after the Galaxy Note 2 for it to be released, but Samsung just never released it. I guess they never finished working on it. However, recently Samsung showed off that they have such a device in the works again recently. In any case, the first company that has been said to actually release to the public such a phone is the Royole FlexPai. There's a lot of questions as to which company actually did it first, but this Royole FlexPai is the best I have seen. It is actually good. Don't mind anybody who gives a review that it's terrible. It is quite good. Naturally, people will expect Samsung to come up with something better when they have something else, but this FlexPai is actually quite good. I should also note some of the most outstanding things about it is that it is not really glass, you see, so there's no glass to break. So if you drop your smartphone on the ground, there's no screen that is going to be broken because it's not about a glass screen, and when you fold it, you can have the phone on both sides. It's actually also a dual SIM. And what I mean by the phone on both sides is that when it is folded, depending if you turn the back light comes on, and then you see that the back is actually the front, and then the front becomes the back. If you understand that concept, there are videos that display better what I'm trying to explain as far as that concept is concerned. So the fact that you can't break the screen, the fact that it's foldable, the fact that it has that dual screens in both front and back, as in two fronts and two backs, if I'm to describe it that way, it's actually quite unique. You see, on the sides, FlexPai is described as the world's first commercial foldable smartphone with flexible display, a combination of smartphone and tablet. It was officially launched on October 31st, 2018 in Beijing, disrupting traditional concept of a smartphone. FlexPai can be used either folded or unfolded, giving it the possibility of a smartphone plus the screen size of a high-definition tablet. So that is actually awesome and quite good. The thing that bugs me about it though is that I don't know how it works with the stylus. I'm big on styluses, and if a device doesn't have a stylus, it has fallen out of favor with me as I write and as I draw. Those are two important things for me. So when a device does not come with a stylus, it falls out of favor with me, and I don't know. This obviously does not come with a stylus, but naturally they are third-party styluses that can be used with devices, but all third-party styluses are often disappointing because they are made to actually substitute for the finger. for the human finger, and they are not real styluses. They do not have the pinpoint end that a stylus that is naturally made for a device will have, Another thing to notice that it has what is called Water OS. This is actually the first time I'm hearing of this, Water OS. I'm guessing that it is a unique technology that is built upon the Android. It is not like it is actually a separate OS that is different from the Android, and now it's going to compete with the Android and the iOS, but it's called Water OS, and I can understand that the technology will be different since you are dealing with a phone that is foldable. So what goes into building it from the bottom up, will be different, because you are talking about no matter what app people open, you don't know when they would fold it and unfold it. So whatever is happening on the screen has to make sense and has to look fluid and has to move fluidly into the display that we show in its foldable states and its unfoldable states. Royole is the company behind this product, and it's actually doing pretty well. It also has a wearable line of shirts that you can see at its site, royole.com. The spelling of Royole is Royole. The shirts that have that flexible screen ability actually costs $899.99, which is basically $900. You see, it's a $900 shirt, but on the shirts it has that flexible screen kind. So Royole is a company that looks like it has a very bright future, and it's going to do real big and interesting things, or it will eventually get acquired by a larger company for a very high price down the line. But right now it's certainly on the right track and is doing wonderful things. Let me just give you a brief overview of the company Royole. It was founded by Stanford engineering graduates in 2012. Royole's mission is to improve the way people interact with and perceive the world. The company creates and manufactures next-generation human-machine interface technologies and products, including advanced flexible displays, flexible sensors, and smart devices. Technology milestones include the world's thinnest full-color AMOLED flexible displays and flexible sensors. That was done in 2014. That's interesting for their credits. The world's first foldable 3D mobile theater, that was done in 2015. That is a good thing that they have achieved. The world's first curved car dashboard based on flexible electronics, that was done in 2016. The first smart writing pad, Roll Write, based on flexible sensors, 2017. The volume production of Royole's Quasi G6 mass production campus for fully flexible displays, 2018, and the world's first commercially foldable smartphone, FlexPai, with fully flexible display, that was done in 2018. Note that this company, so far, a lot of its products has been products that could be sold as a component to add to other people's products, like to other large companies who are making smartphones, or car companies who need car dashboards, and a variety of different companies. So you must understand that it does not need to have a product itself that is recognized in this sense. It's kind of like if you are creating buttons for fashion designers, you might be the largest button producer. You are creating buttons that go with shirts and clothing. You might be the largest button producer, but nobody knows you. However, you are making a lot of money by selling these buttons to the fashion designers, because a lot of fashion designers naturally they do not make the buttons themselves. So you can see it's that kind of product that they create and they have created in the past. This smartphone is actually the first one that is theirs, that is fully theirs, and that they created a product for their own product that to be used by the end customer. Other products they have been creating is to be given to other manufacturers and to be sold to other manufacturers, like all their like for example the world's thinnest full color AMOLED flexible display and flexible sensor. That is a kind of thing that LG or Samsung or another company can buy from them and use on their own products, and then you look at it as a Samsung product, or as an LG product, or as a Huawei product, or whatever company that is. So this is an interesting thing for them now to start creating products that are not for manufacturers only, but also for the customer. And that is the thing that differentiates this FlexPai from other products that they have. And this is why you are hearing about them for the first time right now. It's not like their products has not already been out there. They have been out there, but they have been inside devices that you already use as components. So they are not recognized at manufacturers and all of that until now, that they are making a full-fledged product for the consumer and not for a manufacturer, you see. So to go on, Royole has received numerous global awards for its technological innovations and fast growth. Holding over 2,000 IPs, it provides IP licenses, services, mass production, and solutions for flexible electronics applications with its novel Flexible Plus platform. Royole, backed by leaders in global finance, has begun producing fully flexible displays in volume from its 4.5 million square feet quasi G6 mass production campus in Shenzhen, China, with a total investment of $1.7 billion. That's interesting. Royole has offices in Fremont, California, Hong Kong, Shenzhen, China. That is quite interesting. Note that this is a company that just started in 2012 and was founded by 2 Stanford engineering graduates. The company is actually doing really nicely. Some of the major investments or investors in the company I would like to list out for you, so that if you are interested in investing in Royole, you will know that by investing in any of these companies or funds, you would actually be indirectly investing in Royole, because these companies have an interesting stake, a large stake in Royole. The first one is IDG Capital Partners. Then there is Shenzhen Capital Group Company Limited. There is Poly Capital. There is CITIC Capital, that is CITIC Capital. There is Green Pine Capital Partners. There is Resources Investments. There is China Merchants Wealth. There is Alpha Wealth. There is KIG Capital Advisors. There is One Sum Holding Group. There is SPD Bank. There is Hanfor. There is AMTD. There is Jack and Fisher Investments. There is Fuho Capital. So these are some of the companies that own quite a substantial stake in Royole. So those are things that you might keep in mind. If Royole continues on this track, note that only brighter things lie ahead, and they are open to hiring people who are quite talented and have something to offer. Right now you can go to their sites and check out the current list of job openings that they have. So they have quite a number, and that is actually a good thing and a great thing. So that's the update for today. This update has been brought to you by Alfred and Friends. Alfred and Friends is a global conglomerate that owns and invests in a lot of companies around the world, and also a lot of opportunities we find around the world. We invest in those opportunities. To find out more about how you can invest in Alfred and Friends, go to alfredandfriends.com. Once again, thank you and God bless you.